Let's see the second module of engineering statistics and linear algebra. The module is multiple random variables. The concept is when more than one variable is processed simultaneously, then it is called multiple random variables. If two random variables are processed, it is called bivariate random variables. If three are processed, it is the multiple random variable. Like that, we can have n number of random variables in a processing. Then in two-dimensional or bivariate case, the two random variables be x and y, and they come in pairs, that is x and y. We can have xi, yi, wherein I can be 1, 2 and so on up till n. In multiple random variables, one of the important feature is correlation. There can be a positive correlation or negative correlation, or there can be no correlation. Bivariate random variables case, we represent input by x and output by y. And the example for bivariate random variable or two random variables means they occur parallelly. They'll be in a single instance or they'll be present together. So we can consider a communication channel wherein signal is transmitted. Signal can be one random variable, and with the signal always there is a noise, and we can consider the noise can be other random variable. Then two random variables CDF and PDF. The two variable or joint CDF, two variable or joint CDF, the joint distribution function fxy of xy of two random variables x and y is defined as the probability that random variable x is defined as probability that the random variable x is less than or equal to and specified value of x, and even the same with y, that is y is less than or equal to y, as fxy of xy is equal to p of x less than x and y less than y. So in case of a single random variable, we used to write fx of x is equal to p of x less than x simply, but with two variables it would be in this fashion. And if there are three variables, then it could be fxyz. If it is the third one, then xyz would come, and we'll be having x less than x, y less than y and z less than z in that fashion. The properties of joint distribution function. There are some properties of this joint distribution or CDF. The first property is joint distribution function is always non-negative. Of course, as it is the joint sum or cumulative sum, it will not be negative. Always it has to be greater than or at the worst equal to 0, because none of the probabilities would be negative. And the second property is the joint distribution function is always a monotonic or monotone, that is non-decreasing function. It is always an increasing sort of a function. It never decreases, because probabilities go on adding up as the value of our variable increases, and at last it reaches 1 and lower value would be 0. So if they get added, then the value would increase and there is no question of decreasing. Property 3. The joint probability distribution function is continuous everywhere in xy plane. Whether it may be a continuous random variable or discrete random variable, the CDF function is always continuous. The PDF may be the continuous or discrete depending upon the type of the random variable, but CDF is always a continuous function. Then the next point is marginal densities. So what are these marginal densities? When the probability density function fxy when we are having the probability density function fxy of xy, then obtaining fx of x and fy of y from this joint probability density function is nothing but obtaining of marginal densities, and fx of x and fy of y are simply referred as marginal PDFs or simply the marginal densities. We know the relation between the CDF and PDF functions. The CDF is integration from minus infinity to x fx of x dx. For two variables it is given in this fashion, and when we write the equation corresponding to two variables, we can write minus infinity to y minus infinity to x fxy of xy dx dy. And by definition of the PDF of single random variables, we know it has been obtained for, now it has been implemented for two random variables. Now fx of x is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fxy xy dy, and fy of y is from again integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fxy xy, it would be dx. So to find fx, we are writing the dy, we are integrating with respect to dy, and in obtaining fy we are integrating with respect to fx. So we'll see a problem related to this. Even we have two variable PDF also, PDF properties also, and which are same as the single variable ones. Just we'll have a glance on that. So we represent the PDF by fxy of xy, and relation between PDF and CDF is PDF is equal to differentiation of the CDF, but here two variables are there, so it would be dou by dou x and dou by dou y, which can be written as dou square by dou x dou y fxy of xy. The properties of PDF are, the first one, the joint PDF is always non-negative, that is property fxy of xy is always greater than 0. As none of the probabilities are less than 0, it has to be greater than 0. Then the second property is the total volume under the surface of joint PDF is always equal to 1, that is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity with respect to x and y of this joint probability density function is always equal to 1, because since fxy xy is a two-dimensional function, it represents the surface in xy plane, and when we know that minus infinity to plus infinity fx of x dx is always equal to 1, similarly for y, and when we do the integration of them combinedly, we can write in this fashion, which becomes p of x less than x and p of y less than y, wherein the integrations would be from minus infinity to plus infinity. If we go for substitution, now x is less than plus infinity for x and y, and it is minus infinity for both x and y here, because upper limit is infinity, lower limit is minus infinity. We know that p of x less than or equal to infinity, which means which covers all the PDF values of x, means the sum of all the PDF values of x will be 1. Same with y, so it would be 1, and here when p of x less than minus infinity means it doesn't cover a single possible probability density function value, so it is always equal to 0. So we get 1 minus 0, which is 1, hence this property. Then the third property is relationship between joint PDF and probability. For a single random variable, we have p of x in between x1 and x2. We write so x1 to x2 the integration of fx of x dx. Similarly, for joint PDF, we can apply the same rule but with two variables, p of x in between x1 and x2 and y in between y1 and y2, wherein the integrations from y1 to y2 and x1 to x2 with fxy xy dx dy. Then the marginal densities, as we saw, we'll see a problem in relation to this. The bivariate PDF is given by this function, that is the joint probability density function fxy xy is 1 when x and y are in between 0 and 1, and it is equal to 0 when it is other than that, means when x and y are other than this range. Then we need to obtain its CDF, marginal densities, and comment on the results obtained. So in order to do that, we need to first consider this function. So which says that in between x and y are in between 1, means in two-dimensional plane we are familiar with writing of this. So when we draw this, when we get such kind of a curve, or let's draw x and y, and this point represents the origin wherein both x and y are 0 and 0, and always x, we represent a point like x and y. X comes first and then y. So if we are going in between from 0, let's say this is the point wherein 1 is there as the value of Rx and y is no height is covered, means 0. Similarly, this point is 0, 1, because 0, y is 1, and this point would be 1, 1, wherein both of them are 1 and 1. When our x and y are in between 0 and 1, then the value of our PDF function is our fxy. Fxy of xy is what? 1. So we may write it in capital. Fxy of this is 1 only for this range, means the range is x is greater than 0 now. X is greater than 0 and it is 1. And when x goes higher than this, then our value would be different, and y, if it is going more than 0, more than 1, if it is other than 0 to 1, then also our values are different. So it is 1 only in this reason, means the range given is x is in between 0 to 1 and y is in between 0 to 1, means this is square. As long as our points are, our x and y's are within this point, within this we can say a square, then its probability, the values would be fxy is equal to 1, and because it is a joint probability, when x is satisfying that condition and y is satisfying that condition, then only the altogether fxy of xy is 1. If one of them is not satisfying the condition, then what will be the results? We need to find it. So it is a joint probability density function which is within this range. So fxy of this probability density function, this one, sorry, so fxy xy, here 0 0 1 0, this all is there, so it is 1 only within this region and it is 0 elsewhere is the thing. Now we have to obtain its CDF. CDF is cumulative distribution function. To find the CDF, what we need to do? So CDF has to be defined for entire range wherein x and y run from -infinity to +infinity, not for a specific range. So in order to do that, first case, let's consider x as less than 0 and y as less than 0, means x on this side left of this 0 and y is 0, means let's consider below. Then this is the situation. Then CDF fxy of xy is, we know the CDF is given by integration, so of PDF, let's use that one. But x is less than 0, we know x is less than 0 means in none of the cases it is crossing the 0 and coming right side of 0. and even with y. So our integrations would be from minus infinity to 0, and from minus infinity to 0 with respect to y, fx of xy dx dy is 0. Means when we go for its solution, then we know that fxy of xy is a 0 otherwise, because this range is not there. If x is less than 0 and y is less than 0, then we can write it as a 0. Hence for this range our fxy is 0. Let's consider the next case. In the next case, our x is in between 0 to 1 and y is in between 0 to 1. When we go for this 0 to 1 case, then we write this equation as it is, and we know that fxy of xy is 1 for this case. Just it is dx and dy. Then when we go for its integration, then it would be x from 0 to x and y from 0 to y, because it is just like convolution. What value it is taking we don't know, because 0 to x, 0 to y, when this is the range, means it may be anywhere in between. So it may be this point, these all satisfy these conditions. So 0 to x, if it is whatever this point, then whatever is this x and this y. So it would be, CDF would be corresponding to those. I hope x and y is the thing, that point is understood. In third case, when our x is in between 0 and 1 but y is greater than 1, means here we are having the point our x is in between 0 to 1, means our x is in between 0 to 1 means we are there horizontally within this limit, but our y is greater than 1 means we are having the point somewhere here and even bit at stop, maybe on this side. But when x is in between 0 and 1, then what is the situation? Let's say for this case we write the summations, we write this integrations fxy xy dx dy. Now our x is greater than 1, even though our x is 0 to x we need to write, but for this point x is in between 0 to when it is in between 0 to 1, and when it is greater than 1, when y is greater than 1 and x is in between 0 to 1, then we can write this one as 0 to 1 for y and 0 to x for x, and fxy of xy dx dy is equal to integration from 0 to 1, 0 to x dx dy. Now in these cases our fxy dx dy has to be found for this reason. Now here y is greater than 1. Y is greater than 1 means it may be this point. We may have this point or even at this point and at this reason, but x is in between this. So for all these, our joint probability density we consider 1. Fx of y is 1, its height is 1. So we go for finding its value, that is when we substitute the integration of dx and dy is x and y respectively, but x is from 0 to x and y is from 0 to 1, so the answer is x. Similarly, when we go for the next case, that is when x is greater than 1 and y is in between 0 to 1, then it is just the reverse case of this above. So we'll be having the point on this side. So wherein x is greater than 1 but y is within 0 to 1, again its height, again its length fxy is 1 only. Then we get this 0 to 1 and 0 to y fxy xy dx dy. So when we go for its solution, we get it as y. And when x and y are greater than 1, then of course, if x and y are greater than 1, then we are having the points somewhere here at the height of, in the y also, y is also greater than 1 and x is also greater than 1. So the points would be somewhere in this region. When the points are at these heights, then its probability is always, their probability is 1 only, and gx dy, when we do the integration and they cross even on the left side at the top as well as on the right side, they have their values as 1, and x would be from 0 to 1 even though wherever may be our point, and y would be from 0 to 1 even it may be at any top height more than 1. Then we can write this as 0 to 1 and 0 to 1 gx dy, we get 1. So the cumulative distribution function which it was asked is this one for all these cases. Then from this we need to obtain the marginal densities. Marginal densities are obtaining fx and fy of these respective values. So fx of x is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fxy xy dx. So fxy xy dy, this value from minus infinity to plus infinity, we need to do the integration. So when from minus infinity to plus infinity we are considering, it may be anywhere, but we consider the reason, let's consider the point somewhere here. And if we are considering the point somewhere here, then the CDF of this one is above x greater than 1 and even y greater than 1. Let's take the point here somewhere. Then it crosses both x as 1 and y as 1. So its fxy is 1. So from this limit, from these cases, and when we consider that minus infinity to plus infinity means we need to cover all these ranges, and probably this has to be considered. And when this is the situation where x and y are both are greater than 1, then its CDF is 1, and even the PDF has covered all those values. So fxy of xy is 1, means integration it is. So it covers all those values and it is 1. So 0 to 1 we are considering because it covers the higher value. Just like we know that integration minus infinity to plus infinity, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, fx of x is equal to 1. It's known to us. Fx of x is equal to 1 is known to us. So similarly, here fx of x dx we write. So this is equal to 1. So similarly, here integration from minus infinity to plus infinity is there. fxy of xy means altogether their fxy value is 1, and dy we are doing the integration. So with respect to dy we are doing the integration, the value of dy has to be, the dy is existing from 0 to 1, other than that it is not existing. So 0 to 1, this y, if it is solved we are getting 1, and the same is with respect to y. So fxy of dx from minus infinity to plus infinity. Overall, the thing is fxy xy, the joint probability sum from minus infinity to plus infinity is always has to be equal to 1, because which becomes CDF. Only this dy is there. So this dy, as the height is 1, 0 to 1 integration. Similarly, while finding fy, we are considering dx, whose again the horizontal length is 0 to 1 we need to consider. By solving few more problems, we'll understand these things properly. So this is regarding the marginal densities. So we can see the expectations in the next class.